Welcome to Voodoo Whiskey Gaming, and this is my early late review of Firewatch. I played it on the PS4. It's also available on the PC. I'm going to review this game a little differently than I normally would. I'm going to start with the graphics because, quite frankly, I thought this was a beautiful game. It's got a really unique art style to it, which I dig, but it's also got some really cool use of colors. I mean, the sunsets and sunrises in this game are just amazing. Then there's the sound, which is also really well done. You're out in the woods and it sounds like you're out in the woods. Like the animal noises you hear, just the natural sounds you hear. Those are awesome. They're so well done. Then there's the voiceover work, which is also really well done. I was kind of surprised at how well done it was. The writing was also great, so the voice actors doing a great job just made it even better. It tied it together. It made you feel like the characters were real. As for the gameplay, it's first person, it's an interactive narrative, and it works exactly like you think it would. You go around, you look for clues, you find out what's going on. The controls are actually really tight for this game. I was kind of surprised considering it's an indie first person game, but they're really tight. I didn't have any problems with the controls at any point in time. Now, as for the story, it's actually a pretty interesting thing. They start out with a bit of prologue explaining Henry's backstory, and then you find out through that prologue that he accepted a job as basically a lookout. His job is to stay in a lookout tower and watch for fires and report them. And he spends a lot of the game talking to his boss, Delilah. While out, some interesting things start to happen and some mysteries start to form and possibly conspiracies. And that's about as in-depth as I will go into the story. Okay, so this part could be considered a bit of a spoiler, so I'm warning you now. I'm not actually going to give you any story details, though. I'm just gonna tell you why I have issues with this game. Now, if you're wondering why I did this all the way I did, it's because I have to say, while the story was really interesting, the ending of the story was so mundane and just didn't fulfill any of what you were looking for from those mysteries. It ruined the entire game for me. I will give points to the writers for coming up with such a mundane ending. I think it's actually fairly creative on their part, but I want to experience something really crazy and out there. I want these mysteries to be real mysteries and the conspiracies to be real conspiracies. I'm not looking for a real life mystery that ends exactly as mundanely as you would expect it to. To put it simply, the game is $20 in the US right now, and it's too much. It's not worth it. The game was really disappointing, and this was unfortunately one of my most anticipated games for 2016. Unfortunately, even if it was less than 20 bucks, I wouldn't recommend it. I've got to say, just skip this game. I really hope these guys do make another game because this had so much potential. So I hope they give it a second go and they give us something better. So in the comments below, why don't you let me know if you were excited for Firewatch and if I just ruined that for you. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And if you like what I'm doing in general, share, subscribe. Have a good one.